Hey peoples, welcome to League of Idiotic Gamers mod showcase video. My name is JJskywalker and I'm the guy who's been fixing up Rimeffect and as such created the mod JJ Fixes Rimeffect. Now, I did not create anything in this mod, so I just wanted to do a general showcase of what this mod contains. It's Rimeffect, and on the Steam Workshop you'll find it on JJ Fixes Rimeffect. I basically just changed the XML code so it can work for BA18, but there's not much information online and I really love this mod. I've been keeping it alive for the previous versions that they have done it. It's the only time I've ever XML modded, and as such I've started to XML mod a lot more. I don't know much about assemblies, but luckily this mod is very straightforward. It has some beautiful textures, interesting stuff from Mass Effect, throwing it straight into RimWorld. So I just want to showcase it real quick so I can show it some love and show you guys what you're missing. So one of the biggest things that this mod adds is a commando armor, just the natural kind of like Asari armor that you like, that you might be used to from like Mass Effect. Looks nice, especially on the male model. Let me bring out as a different model for females, and here we go, putting that on. As you can see, very different model. Between both, actually, that's that's a standard model for general, I suppose, skinny people. But either way, there's different models between male and female, and it's I mean, it's beautifully made, very nice texture, and it's a very powerful piece of armor, allowing for a good amount of leeway when taking damage. These are very well made armors, so they insulate a good amount of heat, a good amount of cold. They have a lot of sharp heat, and I made them makeable. That's the difference between the older version. They also give a little bit of perks. I actually need to change these. These are gonna be changed. I thought I changed this. No, I need to change that. That's too much. 50% accuracy. No. I was editing a few things and I accidentally made a mistake there. Either way, really neat armors. They protect you very well, and they're very difficult to make. At the very least, I've been trying to balance it so that they're hard to make. Hopefully they are, so they don't outweigh or make anybody kind of lean on them too much or so easily. They're also sellable in general markets, and you'll find them as people are wearing them, just kind of like you would see power armor or anything. And that's the armor portion. That's the only thing that they made over on Rimeffect. Either way, very beautiful. What they did make also is almost every single weapon you might see in Mass Effect. And here they are before us. Very common weapons that you might see here. Pistols, the M3 Predator, the M4 Shuriken, the M5 Phalanx, the N7 Hurricane, the M76 Revenant, the M96 Matic, the M300 Claymore, the M23 Katana, the M92 Mantis, the M98 Widow, the M98 Black Widow, the rare one, and of course the natural M8 Avenger. These four up here are the only ones that I've really changed. Everything else is, except for this one, of course, because that's the M8 Avenger. But these four up here, and this one, I've personally changed, kind of trying to balance them. They're the ones I've really tried to tackle to see if I can balance them to more RimWorld, but at the same time have that very Mass Effect-ish feel. All these weapons, thanks to their original creators, have, again, custom textures and beautiful sounds just straight from Mass Effect. So you have like that Mass Effect vibe going for you. Let's look for something to shoot at here. I'm gonna spawn in a squirrel. Or a few alpacas. Alpacas. It's the whoops. It's the M3 Predator. I might change that a bit. I feel like that weapon's a little bit more powerful. We'll see a little bit more bursty from the the M4 Shuriken, as you're used to, and then of course the M5 Phalanx. And then we move to the N7 Shuriken, N7 Hurricane, sorry, which has a little bit of a burst. I feel like that weapon should be faster, but I'm not sure. I have a lot of work to do when it comes to ideas of balance. I balance these. I feel like I've balanced the four up there, but we'll see. And apologies for the alpaca murder. No alpacas were hurt in the making of this video. I should have probably brought a spider out. I feel bad now. I never hurt alpacas. They're my friends. Let's bring out something more nasty, like speeders. Mega speeders. Oh no. Okay, never mind. Not mega speeders. Let's bring out alpha beavers. I hate these guys. Definitely hate these guys. There's no doubt how much I hate these guys. Ruin everything. Now we're trying out the M76 Revenant, which is a little bit bursty. The M300 Claymore, which I believe is a favorite variant of most. I already forgot their names. Krogans, there we go, thank God. Which has a nice, beautiful shotgun shell, pushing straight into the enemy. And then the M23 Katana, which is, I believe, a Alliance variant of a shotgun. A little bit inaccurate, though, of course, as most shotguns are. They're much more short ranges, 15 tiles. And I think this goes beyond that. But let's move on to the weapons I've worked with, but as well as some of the favorite weapons, or so far my favorite weapons from this mod. I've kind of just worked along the ones that I feel like working on, and I'm of course going to work on the rest, but right now I've worked especially on the M8 Avenger. I added a bit of differences just to make it more, I suppose, lifelikely, worth it between other items of same make, so on and so forth. Oh my god, that's horrible. She was not made for accuracy, so let's see if somebody... I know this guy had a good amount of accuracy. Well, I mean, either way, I guess we're showing exactly what we need to. Is that just the beauty? Like, it has the same sound effects as you might hear in Mass Effect. Let's move on to the M92 Mantis. I personally went to several like Mass Effect videos to try and try down Mass Effect myself to have the same likeness to Mass Effect. So when we look at the M92 Mantis, I made a few changes recently so that they seem the same. Now I noticed the M92 Mantis, it actually takes pretty long to reload, so I felt like this worked very well in RimWorld, since there's a lot of snipers that just don't work very well. It's the other two that I'm a little bit afraid of, but let's try out the M92. A little bit of warm-up time, and not too bad shoot time. That's what I was kind of going for, but it's the warm-up time that I was afraid of, and I believe I got it exactly right. The warm-up time is almost the same as in Mass Effect. It takes very long to reload a Mantis. Not too long, but longer than the other two. Now, the Widow has too fast of a reload time, and the Black Widow's even more ridiculous, but either way I kind of balanced it for RimWorld purposes. It would just be a crazy weapon if it worked exactly like in Mass Effect. So here's the Widow. A little bit faster, very little faster than the Mantis, not too crazy. And of course the biggest difference is that it shoots at a much greater range. I'm talking maybe, sadly I don't know how to get those preview tiles going, but it shoots somewhere around 65 tiles. So you can shoot this beaver all the way back here. I could probably shoot this alpaca, sorry Mr. Alpaca. But gotta try you out. Either way, she's bad at accuracy, she's not gonna be hitting anything. And of course the Black Widow. Now the Black Widow, all it used to do is be faster than the actual Widow. Since lore-wise it is faster, lore-wise technically it is faster, but it also has 3 bullets. And that's what I kind of wanted to get through, and that's something that he didn't, when they originally created this, they didn't put it in. And I felt like that was a little bit of a letdown. So what I did was I increased the Black Widow to shoot almost exactly the same as the Widow, if not a little bit faster, but it has a triple round burst, but a very slow triple round burst, so that it's not OP like you're shooting an assault rifle from a mile away. Oh, well, if they die, it kind of defeats the purpose. That was all one shot. It aims at the same target over that burst, and it just keeps trying to shoot them, and then of course the warm-up goes through, and it just keeps doing that over and over again. The warm-up goes through, the aim... Oh, it actually killed it. The warm-up goes through, the aim shoots, and then 1, 2, 3 for each burst shot that it tries to shoot, and that's the Black Widow in a sense. So I hope you guys enjoy this. This is just a small showcase of what this mod has. It's not too crazy. It's mostly weapons and a very nice piece of armor. Of course, I'm going to balance it a lot more. Please put in the Steam Workshop in this video what are maybe a few balance changes that you might see. What are a few things you might like to see change from the mod. What weapon would you like to see next so that it's craftable? Again, only the sniper rifles and the M8 are currently craftable, and I'll be working on the rest later. So thank you very much, and I'll see you guys later.